Well, we got another hashtag walk away video where someone who was clearly never on the left to begin with because they, changed all of their political beliefs because they decided the left was too mean, goes out and makes a video that ends up going viral with right wingers about how they're leaving the left, they're walking away from the left, and it's very cringe. So here's what we're watching. It's by Ricky Rebel. My hashtag walk away video. If you don't know what the hashtag walk away is, basically it's like, oh yeah, I'm hashtag walking away from the Democratic Party. I'm going to become a Republican now or an independent or whatever. Usually it's becoming a Republican. I have no fucking clue who this bitch is. No idea what her deal is. But let's go ahead and watch the video, I guess. I see there's a video of what appears to be a dude wearing some interesting clothing, some BDSM style, so that's pretty cool. Kind of a nice looking room, if we're being honest. I like the big window you can see outside. It's a nice room, so I'll give her that, I guess. Pronouns? Probably she, her. I don't know. Pronouns? Pronouns? I'm going to guess this person is gonna go by she her pronouns. I really don't think somebody is going to go by like non gender conforming whatever the fuck pronouns when they are leaving the left and going to the right. But she looks like a Karen, so that's all we need to know. Let's watch.
Hey everyone, my name is Ricky Rebel, and this is my walkaway video. I want to talk to you about the reasons why I walked away from the Democrat Party. Number one.
Is it because the Democratic Party is a centrist party that does not in any way represent left-leaning ideals in America, that basically acquiesces to the right in America and tries to appeal to them constantly, while simultaneously doing everything they can possibly do to put down and try to prevent genuinely left-leaning candidates from gaining any prominence in the party? Is that going to be your reason? Because if so, I can kind of understand that, but let's see what her reason is.
Number one, the Democrat Party has changed. They are no longer the party of JFK. They call themselves now Democratic Socialists. The party used to advocate for strong borders, and now they are advocating for the exact opposite, open borders, which puts our country at risk. At risk for drugs, for child sex trafficking, and gangs like MS-13 to...
Oh. So, this right here is the first sign that this person is a complete grifter and a liar. So, or she's very stupid. So, let's go down the list of reasons that she brought up. There are exactly 3 Democrat people within, like people within the Democratic Party that I'm aware of that call themselves Democratic Socialists, Social Democrats. Bernie, Ilhan Omar, AOC, and I think Rashida Tlaib maybe. So maybe 4. I'm not sure about Rashida Tlaib. I don't know that much about her. Those are the 4 people. Basically, every other person in the Democratic Party is a centrist or a more or less just a moderate conservative. The Democratic Party in America, we don't really have... And Tulsi? No, fuck no. Tulsi is literally... This person is most definitely a Tulsel. I will bet everything that this lady is a fucking Tulsel. Garen fucking T it. 100% this person's a Tulsel. Tulsi is not fantastic. You realize Tulsi is literally going to partner with PragerU, right? You know that, right? Tulsi literally... Fuck, what was that really cringy Twitter post she made where she was like... I don't know. Like, she's literally defending and going to be going on PragerU. Is this person trans? I don't know. I don't really care. It's irrelevant. Like, it's irrelevant whether or not they're trans. They're a fucking idiot. Okay, let's go down the list of reasons that she brought up. So for one, in no way, shape, or form has the Democratic Party, like, gone for open borders. What are you talking about? You realize Obama, the last Democratic president that we had, by the way, the person who was president when Joe Biden, the current Democratic presidential nominee, was vice president, was literally nicknamed the deporter-in-chief. The dude deported a lot of motherfuckers. The dude drone striked a lot of motherfuckers. He was not pro-open borders. Nobody, except maybe a few people like Bernie and whatnot, are pro-open borders. The Democratic Party is not pro-open borders. But let's talk about how having open borders is dangerous. Let's talk about that. So for one, the first thing that she listed was crime. Crime. Ah, yes. So it is not hard to find the data on this. It's very much just out there for you to find, which is why it is so disappointing to me that she would bring this up as an example. Even illegal immigrants from South America, which we know is what she's referencing. She's not talking about fucking illegal immigration from Canada, obviously. She's talking about brown people. So, for one, illegal immigrants commit less crime than native-born Americans. It's true. They do. Someone ban Idea Bunny. It's true. They commit less crime than native-born American citizens. What about crime gangs like MS-13, which she also brought up? Well, do you really think building the wall and shutting down the borders is going to prevent MS-13 from bringing drugs and child sex trafficking and doing that shit in America? You realize MS-13 and other gangs have a shit ton of money behind them, right? You realize that because the Mexican government is so corrupt due to, well, American foreign policy, for the most part, that they have the money and the power behind them to get in no matter what. Chat is saying use they them. Okay, cool. I'll use they them then. You realize that they have the money for that. Not even then. People who aren't part of gangs, most illegal immigration happens through ports of entry from overstaying green cards and work visas and whatnot. Not green cards, work visas. They come through ports of entry. A surprisingly small percentage of illegal immigrants come in from just like climbing the border fence and walking into America. That's not how it happens. And even if we did build walls and everything and cut down on the ability for people to do that, to overstay work visas and whatnot, there's like the gangs are still going to get in. They have the money, they have the funding, they have the power, they have the connections to do so. Do you think these multi-million-dollar criminal organizations like MS-13 don't have the money and power to get into America? Fuck no. When you build a wall and you try to shut down the borders, the only people you're keeping out are immigrants who commit less crime than native-born Americans that are coming here overwhelmingly with the intention of improving their lives. Ricky's homepage refers to him with he/him pronouns? Wait, really? Hold on, let me check. You guys got me all fucked up now. Who is Ricky Rebel? I have no idea who this person is, but they have 52,000 subs and they're verified. Holy shit, 39 years old? They don't look 39. Ricky this is known as stage Ricky Rebel, is an American singer, songwriter, dancer, musician. Rebel is known for being pro-Donald Trump and advocating for LGBT rights. Holy shit. What a oxymoron right there. Yes, pro-Donald Trump and pro-LGBT rights. Ah, yes, you know, not like Donald Trump has, at multiple points in his career so far as president, made explicit initiatives to take away rights from LGBT people. Everything from taking away trans people's healthcare, which did happen, allowing healthcare workers or healthcare people to like deny trans people care if they decide to, because like it's against their beliefs. and he and his administration went to the Supreme Court, I believe it was. I think it was the Supreme Court, and it might have been the Senate. I don't remember. And asked if there was any way that they could restrict the ability for LGBT people to adopt children. Then there was the trans military ban. There's advocating pro Donald Trump and advocating for LGBT rights. Perfect partnering of ideas there. What is their pronouns? Can I see their Twitter? Facebook, Instagram. All right, what do we got on their Instagram? Seriously, can we get some pronouns right now? I don't know. He, him? Alright, we're going he, him then. People are saying he, him. You motherfuckers in chat, you guys are the detectives, so if you're telling me it's he, him, I'm gonna go with he, him. He says that neopronouns are unconstitutional? Okay, alright, okay. Alright, let's just continue.
Walk into our country freely, and also it puts a huge strain on our economy.
You know what puts a huge strain on our economy? Spending a shit ton of money on building a border wall and putting a ton of our fucking money into trying to keep people out. Not only that, but even right-wing economists all agree unanimously that immigration, even illegal immigration, helps our economy a lot. As it turns out, people are a resource. You need workers under a capitalistic economy. Well, you need workers under any economy, but particularly under our capitalistic economy. It's been found and admitted, even by conservative economists, that immigration, including immigration, nets us a net benefit total. They commit less crime than native-born Americans, and they help the economy because they don't pay. They don't get anything from like Social Security or anything like that, and they still have to pay taxes. They have to pay taxes for like sales tax, for property tax if they rent somewhere. Usually they have to use a fake Social Security number to get jobs they're not working under the table work, and a bit of their every paycheck goes into Social Security, which native-born American citizens benefit from. So, no, I'm sorry, but what you're saying right now is completely pulled out of your ass. I guess this helps the grift, I suppose? This is what my friend cited to say Trump isn't transphobic. Stop sending me shit. We're covering a video. All right.
I want immigration. I just want them to come in legally. The Democrat Party used to be...
You hear that a lot. I'm okay with immigrants coming in. I just want them to come in legally. They have to come in the right way. They have to come in legally. The problem is America has one of, if not the strictest immigration system in the world. Unless we're considering like North Korea or whatever the fuck, okay? Insane. It is insane. There are people on 25-year-long wait lists just to get into the country. The way to legally immigrate into America is unbelievably difficult. It's unreal. It's insane. It is not reasonable to expect people who are trying to get out of whatever place they come from to try to get a better life to wait decades to get into America. Yeah, the waiting list right now I think is at about 25 years. Can you imagine that? 25 years. I'm 21. I'm 21. People right now, I may fucking have kids, hopefully not, but I'll be old enough to run for president by the time many of these people on waiting lists are even considered to get into the country. Mind you, the waiting list isn't for, oh yeah, you're getting in. Yeah, 25 years from now, you can mark it on your calendar, you're getting in. 25 years until you get considered. It's 25 years until they look over you and consider letting you in. And even then, it's not 100%. It's far from 100%. It is not a guaranteed entry. So you wait 25 years for the opportunity, and even then your chances aren't good. I'm sorry, but legal immigration is fucking broken for this country. And I don't blame a single person who wants to get a better life and enjoy America to wait 25 years for the opportunity to do it. There are tons of stories about people who have a wife and kid in America who are trying to get into America, and oh fuck, there was this one kid who whose dad has is on a 41-year-long waiting list to get into America. You know that? It was a pretty heartbreaking news story. The news news organization was interviewing the kid, and you know, the mom or the kid were like, yeah, he's 62 years old and he's supposed to get into America in 41 years. So I think it's fair to say the kid's probably never going to see his dad again, because his 62-year-old dad's probably not going to be alive in 41 years. So, yeah, I have no respect for anybody who says, yeah, I'm fine with immigration, they just have to come in legally, because the legal method of coming in right now is more or less just not being able to come in.
Advocates for free market capitalism, and now they are on board with socialism and communism.
So, how fucking hilarious is it that they are claiming that the Democratic Party is in favor of socialism and communism and against free market capitalism, when the Democratic Party mercilessly did everything in their power to keep Bernie out of the nomination? This is delusion. Well, it's a grift. It's hard to tell if this person actually believes what they're saying. I want to believe that they're grifting, that they're doing a bit of a what's her name? Karen Borisenko? Karen Borisenko. That they're doing like a Karen Borisenko. I want to believe this person's a grifter, especially because they made a Why I Left the Left video, but it's Carlin. We're calling her Karen. Sorry, Karen Borisenko. Holy fucking shit. Because I cannot abide and like live the rest of my life knowing somebody who is as dumb as this person. I'm not kidding. This person is saying dumber shit than I've heard no bullshit say. It's insane.
I myself am not a socialist. I am a free market capitalist. I work hard for the money, and I earned it. And
yes, rich person's a free market capitalist. Who would have thought? Oh man, who would have thought the rich person's a free market capitalist? Wow. I mean, like, this person's just saying they like capitalism. I mean, good. Then you should like the Democratic Party, because you do realize that liberals are still capitalists, right? The Democratic Party is not leftist. They're liberal. They're socially progressive on quite a few issues, but economically conservative in most cases. Besides, like, maybe, like, wanting to put more work and effort and funding into the welfare state and social safety nets, besides that, they are completely capitalist. Outside of, like, of maybe a few reforms to capitalism to make it, like, less of a hell state, or a hell economy, a hell economic system. I don't know what word you would use, what thing you would add on to hell for capitalism, but a shitty system. They still support capitalism. This is obvious to anyone who knows anything about politics.
that's the way it is. And the mentality of the typical Democrat is that I didn't earn that money. I earned it off of other people's backs and labors. But the facts are, free market capitalism has been the best way to lift people out of poverty. It is
Demonstrably untrue. That is demonstrably untrue. And it's not even difficult to learn that. You realize America is the most rich, powerful country in the world, and I believe is number 27 on the list of countries with the best economic mobility. Guess what countries are at the top of the list for economic mobility? The Scandinavian countries with strong social safety nets and massive reforms to capitalism to make it at least a little bit more fair. Like Norway and Denmark. The Nordic model. Those are the countries that are with the best... Here, actually, I'll just show you guys. Like, I can just show you the data on this. Hold on. Countries with best economic mobility. So I imagine this person doesn't actually know what economic mobility is. Basically, it means if you're poor or lower class or you don't make a lot of money, economic mobility is when you go up in society. You make more money. You become more wealthy. You become more well off. This is the list of countries that come before America in economic mobility. Denmark. Not free market capitalism. Far from it. Norway, Finland, Sweden, Iceland, the Netherlands, Switzerland. So we have 7 Nordic countries through which the Nordic model is named after. So strong social safety nets and free healthcare. Yeah, these are the countries with the strongest economic mobility, which makes sense considering, you know, you don't go bankrupt from a fucking... you don't go bankrupt because you can't afford a medical emergency like you do in America. Belgium, Austria, Luxembourg, Germany, France, Slovenia, Canada, free healthcare. I imagine all these countries have free healthcare. Japan somehow has better economic mobility than America. When you consider the problems Japan has right now, that's fucking surprising. Because Japan is not doing too well right now. Their birth rates and marriage rates are fucking dropping. Their population is dropping because they've cut themselves off from immigration. So their economy is dying. Japan's economy is dying. They're riding off of the strong economy they used to have. It's like slowly just pittering out, and it's still better than America. They still have better economic mobility than America. Australia, Malta, Ireland, Czechia, Singapore, the UK, New Zealand, Estonia, Portugal, South Korea, Lithuania, then the United States. Most of these countries are not open. Well, not even America is free market capitalism. I don't know what this person is talking about. But even then, the most prosperous countries on this list all have strong social safety nets, a strong welfare state, and free healthcare, and strong unionization. And they all have better economic mobility than America. I'm sorry, but capitalism is demonstrably, well, especially free market capitalism, is demonstrably not the way through which it is definitely not the best way for people to be lifted up from poverty. Like, this is really easy. It's one Google search away. Countries with best economic mobility. That's all you have to Google. Then you click on the first option, or the first result, and it shows you that. Every result you look at will show you that, but like, you just have to click the first thing that comes up when you Google that. It's not that hard. It's so easy to find. It's so easy to find this information. How can you be so stupid?
Proven. Democrats used to champion freedom of speech. Now, radical leftists are preventing certain people from speaking on college campuses. They try to...
Radical leftists are preventing... They used to like freedom of speech, but now radical leftists are preventing people from speaking at certain college campuses. This feels like low-hanging fruit, because this person is saying every, like, level 1 stupid argument I've ever heard. I would love to debate this person. I would fucking love to debate this person. You realize that, like, students... Okay, there are two cases in which these types of people are not allowed to speak at college campuses. One is when the administration of the school decides they don't want to have that person on the campus to speak. And that is 100% their right. I mean, you claim to be a free market capitalist. A free market capitalist should agree that private corporations and private companies, everything from private colleges to private platforms like Twitter, should have the right to ban and deplatform anybody that they want. And it's not impeding their freedom of speech because it's simply taking away their platform. Deplatforming and silencing aren't the same thing. You are not allowed to take away someone's ability to say something within reason, obviously. You know, can't yell fire in a crowded theater when there is none. But no one is taking away anyone's ability to say what they want to say. Private institutions are using their rights, which you should agree with because you're a free market capitalist, to take away their platform. And then the other thing that happens is when college students use their freedom of speech to protest a person who is speaking at a campus, and then because of that, generally the administration orders that person to be removed because, you know, the students are protesting, and clearly they don't want that person there, or the protesters then influence the person to leave because clearly they aren't wanted there. Freedom of speech does not equal freedom from consequences. If you use your freedom of speech to say stuff that people don't like, they're allowed to speak out against it. They're allowed to be like, wow, you're a fucking idiot. Just because someone calls you a fucking idiot or protests your presence somewhere doesn't mean that they're taking away your freedom of speech. They're using their freedom of speech to criticize you. Don't be such a fucking snowflake.
Silence people for having different views than their own. And they want voices to be silenced on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. I've seen in my own...
How... It's insane how somebody can have such a contradictory worldview. It's actually insane to me. How someone can claim to be a free market capitalist and then say that private corporations shouldn't be allowed to ban people or deplatform people from their like social media sites. It's actually insane. How do people reconcile the blatant contradictions in their thought process? How can someone's brain function like this? I'm getting hit with like breakneck bullshit right now.
Own career and life, living in Hollywood, being an LGBT person, and also being a Trump supporter, that my career has been in jeopardy. They have tried to label me all sorts of things, like a white nationalist,
probably
a white supremacist,
probably
a Nazi,
probably
a homophobic, transphobic person. But
probably.
that couldn't be farther from the truth. And
then why do you support Trump and the Republican Party? You realize the Republican Party right now is trying to get rid of gay marriage, right? Read about that the other day. Some people in Trump's administration are now trying to go after gay marriage. They're trying to reverse the I forgot what it was. There was like a fuck. Does anyone know what I'm referencing? I forgot what it was. It was there was a decision that was made that led like directly into the legalization, the federal legalization of gay marriage, and they're trying to roll that back. People in the Trump administration, Alito and Thomas, the same way they address the contradiction of free market capitalism and the negative consequences of it, they pretend it doesn't exist. That's true. Well, now the free market capitalists suggesting measures that would cause government control of private businesses. That's literally what would happen here. That is the only solution to what they're complaining about right now. You would have to have the government regulate private companies to make it so that they can't ban certain figures from their platforms. The reason why conservatives get banned off of Twitter is because they can't go 5 seconds without saying something racist. There was that big there was that report that came out. Oh, you found it? Hold on. Canada 420. I think you found it. With court in flux, Thomas and Alito attack same-sex marriage ruling. Yeah. The Republican Party is actively, right now...
Today it is my honor to nominate one of our nation's most...
Right now, the Republican Party is trying to roll back the decision to make gay marriage federally legal. They're coming for gay marriage now. The entire administration, the entire Trump administration has gone after LGBT people. You have to be living in a fucking hyperbolic chamber to not see how evidently homophobic and transphobic the Trump administration is. But hey, listen, Trump said that he likes LGBT people on the campaign trail, so obviously anything that he says or does when he's president, yeah, I guess that means nothing. He's got to be pro-LGBT. Got him, dude.
Called me all of these things in order to try to pressure me to vote for the candidate that they wanted me to vote for, and I refused to do that. There are people in the industry who refuse to work with me, not because they don't think I'm talented, but because I had the audacity to vote for President Trump.
Is this like taking away your freedom of speech? You're baby raging right now. This person is baby raging right now. I'm a celebrity in Hollywood, and other celebrities don't like me because I voted for Trump. This is an infringement of my freedom of speech.
I don't see the same kind of hatred towards me coming from the right. The right is not perfect. However, I don't see them trying to get people fired for voting.
It's the same thing every time. It's always the left was mean to me, so I changed every single one of my fundamental beliefs and became a conservative, even though clearly this person was never on the left. It's the same with every single person who makes a Why I Left the Left video. Fucking Ariel Scarcella, fucking Karen Borisenko, this fucking person. Every single time. Like, whenever I Google these people, they've been saying conservative shit their entire fucking lives, their entire careers. They were never on the left. They just saw, like, oh shit, the Why I Left the Left thing is like a big grift right now. That'll get me a ton of views. That'll get me like, that'll get me a lot of views on my YouTube channel. Okay, yeah. Oh, I was a Democrat. I was a lefty, and now I'm leaving the left. Now, ignore that I've always been known for supporting Trump and being a right-winger, but I'm leaving the left.
For Hillary Clinton. Conservative students do not need safe spaces for seeing someone wearing a Bernie cap. I had some reservations.
What? So, I actually found out what safe spaces were the other day. I kept hearing the fuck safe spaces argument, so I looked into it. Also, yes, they literally do. They have literal fucking mental breakdowns when they see someone wearing a Bernie shirt. I actually looked into what safe spaces are. Basically, at some colleges, there are like rooms, usually in a quiet place, like in a classroom or in the library or whatever, that are just like quiet areas to just study and chill out. I know the name safe space is kind of cringe. It is a cringe name for it, but it's not like a fucking panic room that you put yourself in when you feel offended. It's just like a chill, quiet room usually used for studying. It's basically the college equivalent of like a study hall, like you would have in high school. It's just like a quiet room that people go into to study and chill the fuck out. Usually it's a study room. I looked into it. That's what safe spaces are. Like that is what a safe space is. When you go to a college campus and they have a safe space, that is what it is. Also, if you're like trans or whatever, and you get hit with like a lot of transphobia, you can go there usually. And if somebody comes in and is like, "Oh, you're fucking T-slur. Oh, fucking trans person. You're actually a man." Like, if somebody says that, then you can like tell an administrator, and they'll be like, "Hey, you got to chill the fuck out or leave or something. Like, go away. You're causing disruption here." Like, it's just a quiet study space, basically. That's literally all safe space is.
In making this film for my dear friend Brandon Straka, the leader of the Walkaway campaign.
Brandon Straka. Who the fuck is that? I've heard that name before, but I've never looked into it. Here, I want to see what his deal is on, Here's an NBC News article. Meet Brandon Straka, a gay former liberal, encouraging others to hashtag walk away from Democrats. Near his house, aspiring actor and small social media. Now he's a frequent Fox News contributor with nearly 70,000 Twitter followers, whose posts have been shared by Donald Trump Jr. and Sarah Palin. Oh wow, it's almost like it's a very profitable grift to be like a an ex-lib, ex-lifty, and go to the right. His ascent to conservative media darling began on May 26 when Straka posted a now viral video describing why he fled the Democratic Party. Once upon a time I was a liberal, Straka says in a 6-minute video, looking directly towards the camera. For years now, I've watched as the left has devolved into intolerant, inflexible, illogical, hateful, misguided, ill-informed, un-American, hypocritical, menacing, callous, ignorant, narrow-minded, and at times blatantly fascistic behavior and rhetoric. Okay, yeah, that guy's probably a retard. All right, yeah, that's about what I expected. Dude's probably going to be a white nationalist in a couple years.
Because I personally am not advocating for anybody to vote a certain way. We are all free to vote and think the way we want to. But this is my story. This is how I feel.
You know what this reminds me of? It's like when class reductionist Bernie or Busters say, Stop voter shaming me! Stop voter shaming me! It's the same thing. That's what I want you to say. Every time you see some fucking Bernie or Buster saying, stop voter shaming me, when you say, hey, stop being a dumb fuck and vote for Biden. He's better than Trump. And they're like, I don't want to vote. I don't want to contribute to the electoral system. Stop voter shaming me. Compare them to the fucking why left the left grifters. That's exactly what they're doing. It's the same talking point. It's the same line of logic.
I want everybody to vote their conscience. I want everybody to think that however they want to. But what I really want is for people to stop treating each other with such hatred and disrespect. I'm writing a new album, and one of my songs is...
Hey, this is why I'm leaving the left. This video is going to get a ton of views. By the way, I'm writing a new album. Be sure to check that out.
Called Turn Up the Love. And that's exactly what I want the left and the right to ultimately do. I want people to start acting like Americans and letting people vote for Trump, wear the Trump hat if they want to outdoors without their life being in jeopardy or their property or their...
Hey guys, when Trump loses by a landslide in November, which he's projected to do, we need to go look. We're gonna spend the whole day looking at the Twitter accounts of Trump supporters and people like this and see their reaction to Trump losing. Trump is losing by, I believe, 15 or 16 points right now. The gap's just been growing. Like, it's actually crazy how much the gap has been growing. Now, still vote. Don't get too complacent. Still vote. Like, you gotta still vote for Biden. But, it's looking like Biden is gonna blow Trump out of the fucking water. Now, I know, a lot of people say, oh, but Hillary was projected to blow Trump out of the water. Hillary was projected to win by about 2.5 to 3 points. And then she still won the popular vote. She did. She got more votes than Trump. She still won the popular vote. She only lost the Electoral College. Mind you, it's been the opinion of, as far back as Reagan, even like the Reagan administration admitted that the Electoral College is unconstitutional and would one day result in the candidate who got the least amount of votes winning. They were like, yeah, it's possible that with the Electoral College, it is mathematically possible that the candidate who gets the least amount of votes could actually win the presidency, and it would be undemocratic. The Reagan administration admitted this. Or was it the Nixon administration? I always mix them up. I think it was the Reagan administration. The fucking Reagan administration admitted this, and that's what happened. And nonetheless, though, Biden has, I think, 4 times the projected lead that Hillary had in 2016. Blue Texas? Yeah, I think there's supposed to be a blue Texas this year, this election. It's actually crazy. I don't think that'll happen, but I don't know. Implying Trump and the Republicans won't cheat their way into victory and be unchallenged. I mean, Trump has literally told his his followers to show up at polling stations and do voter intimidation. He's actively trying to subvert the results of the election, saying that he wants to get rid of mail unsolicited ballots, that he wants his supporters to be standing outside of polling stations to intimidate voters, which is illegal, by the way. It is illegal. And then obviously there's gerrymandering, the Electoral College, other traditional ways through which Republicans have managed to secure power, despite the fact that they are massively unpopular in America. It's true. There's less Republicans than there are Democrats. The Electoral College is the only reason that Republicans ever get elected anymore. If we got rid of if Biden gets rid of the Electoral College, which I doubt he'll do, there'll never be another Republican president. It'll never happen again.
Jobs. Let people vote the way they want to, and try our best to be respectful towards one another when we discuss difficult, complex issues.
Republicans and conservatives cannot comprehend complex issues. They are fundamentally incapable of considering any academic data. They're still denying climate change. You know that, right? They're still denying climate change. They're still claiming trans people are like mentally ill, and being trans is not backed up by the scientific community, which it is overwhelmingly. Conservatives are constitutionally unable to deal with complex issues. They aren't capable of it. They have one-track minds. They have two brain cells to rub together, and those two brain cells rub together, and a few words come out. You get black people bad, gay people bad, trans people bad, women bad, brown people bad, and immigrants bad. That's all that comes out. That's all it comes out, and maybe socialism bad.
And with that, I'll say this. I am proud to say that I walked away. Yes, I did. I walked away. Has this person ever voted Democrat in their whole life? I looked up this person's Wikipedia, and it said they are known for supporting Trump. I don't know if that was updated since March this year, but I'm pretty sure this person's been an outspoken Trump supporter for as long as they've been like in the public limelight. This person didn't walk away from the Democratic Party. Fucking Ariel Scarcella didn't walk away from the Democratic Party. Show me your fucking voter ID. I want to see. Are you a registered Democrat? When was the last time you were a registered Democrat? Because I guarantee you were never a registered Democrat. And if you were, it was a long-ass fucking time ago. Walked away from the party that I felt was trying to group me in. I don't want the same things that they want. I don't want socialism. I don't believe in...
I mean, fuck you for not wanting socialism, but, I mean, the Democratic Party doesn't want socialism either. They're all fucking rich. You realize that, like, the vast majority of politicians are rich as fuck, and most of what they do when they are in power is to secure their own best interests. It is not the best interest of rich people to be a socialist or a communist. It just isn't. It's not. The only rich person that I can think of that's a socialist is Bernie. And the reason why he's rich is because of grassroots funding. He was, like, wealthy before his run for president, but a lot of the money that he made is left over from grassroots funding. And he isn't even that rich. Like, a lot of Republicans will point to the fact that he has, like, a vacation home or he has, like, 3 houses. That is not as rich as it gets. Well, it is in their best interest in every aspect except financially. For rich people? Absolutely. Absolutely. It is financially best for rich people for there to be, like, free market capitalism. Then they can continue to enslave the working class.
That there are more than 2 sexes, or, 67 genders.
I'm pro-LGBT. By the way, I disagree with the scientific consensus that sex, rather than being a binary, is a bimodal distribution of sexual characteristics. I also disagree with everything that the scientific and sociological community understands about gender identity. Not a bigot, by the way. Not anti-LGBT, by the way. Always been a lefty. Like, I don't know. I would love to debate this person. Do you think this person... I feel like this person would just, like, make a video responding to me and be like, This dude wants to fuck me. How much do you want to bet this person pulls a Karen Borisenko and says, this dude just wants to fuck me? How much do you want to bet? How much do you want to bet that this person pulls a Karen Borisenko?
I don't believe in a lot of the things that they believe, and I don't believe that President Trump is a horrible, horrific human being, okay? I voted the way I wanted to vote. You can vote the way you want to vote. But I walked away from the hatred that I was experiencing. And what I've noticed is that the people on the right have treated me with more kindness and more respect.
Yeah, because the left was mean to you, I guess, and so you changed. Well, you didn't actually, but the logic of this would be the left was mean, the right was nice, so I changed every single one of my opinions on every issue, and now I'm a right-winger. That's literally what the line of logic here is. Now, I know you're lying, but still.
The ones who disagree with me. And there are people on the left whom I adore, whom I love. They love Bernie, and that is fantastic. I still work with them. They still work with me. And that's what I want for the whole world, to be able to work with each other, even though we disagree on complex issues. Thanks for watching this video. My name is...
Okay. Holy shit, that was stupid. Hold on. Here, I'm going to go ahead and see. Does this person have a Twitter? I don't think they have a Twitter. Fuck. Damn it. God damn it. God, I wish this person had a Twitter. Oh, wait, they do have a Twitter. Thank you. Oh my god, they're verified on Twitter too? Do you just get like a Twitter verification just for being like a celebrity, even if you don't have a lot of followers? Can I get verified on Twitter? I want the check mark. Parler? They have a Parler account? I don't see a Parler account. I'm Billboard Top 40 recording artist Ricky Rebel live at the Grammys, and I'm a reflection of the 60 million plus Americans that voted for Donald Trump. Didn't Hillary get 64 million votes? How much was it? Hold on. How many votes did Hillary get? Yeah, she got 65. Donald Trump got 62.9 million votes. Hillary got 65.8 million votes. She got 48.2% of the vote. Trump only got 46. I see. So I guess you do not represent the majority of people in America. When was this? Back in February. This person's always been a fucking Trump supporter. Holy shit. What a cringy fucking vest. Keep America great. Oh my god. Holy shit. Here, I'm gonna cover up my thing because I follow a lot of sex workers. I'm not trying to have you all see a fucking asshole getting split wide open on my stream, because for some reason every Monday, every sex worker that I follow retweets every other sex worker they follow, and so every couple days, my entire Twitter timeline is just porn. That's all it is. Just a fucking wall of porn. And am I complaining? No. Am I going to show it on stream, though? Absolutely not. Here, I'll show the screen. There we go. Hey, look, it's Noam Chomsky, my man. All right, well, I tweeted at them, so let's see if they respond.